What's going on, rock stars? Welcome back to another episode of the 1% Life Show. My name is Joanie, peak performance coach and trainer. Happy Monday, y'all. Hope you had an incredible 4th of July weekend, that you got to spend some time with family and friends. I hope you got to do that. It definitely felt a little different this year. Let me know if that was the case for you or if it felt exactly the same. Man, I'd love to know. So we're talking about a pretty cool situation today that I'm so excited to share with you. Man, I am so connected to this story because I went through it myself and I want to share it with you. And so today's episode is called How Jamie Left a Multiple Six-Figure a Year Job for Zero Certainty and Just a Dream. Literally having made millions of dollars, she might kill me for saying this, over the last 12 years, millions of dollars. And she just left cold turkey today. So Rockstar, before we get into today's episode, if you are listening to the show live on Facebook, drop a hashtag live. If you're listening to the replay, drop a hashtag replay in the comments below. And if it's your first time listening to the show, first of all, welcome in. And please put a 1 in the comments. We have so many new listeners, and I'd love to welcome you and reach out to you personally. And then if you are a repeat listener, you love tuning into the 1% Life Show, definitely put a 2 in the comments because we want to say hello to you as well. And Rockstar, I got to tell you, there's a lot going on. It's after 10 p.m. here on Monday, and a little bit of a later podcast. It's kind of been the case the last couple weeks. So my apologies for that. And the reason why is there's so much going on. Tomorrow, we actually begin an incredible 10-day journey called the Create Your 1% Life Challenge. And so I've been a bit preoccupied with that and inviting in and welcoming in all of our new participants. So I wanted to make sure that you do know about that. And we'll talk a little bit about that today and why I believe that you should be with us on this journey for the next 10 days if you fall into a few different categories. So we'll get into that in just a moment. By the way, if you are interested, go to the1percentlife.com. That's one, excuse me, let me say that again. The number one percentlife.com. I feel like we should have got a easier to remember URL, but apparently that's it. The1percentlife.com, spell out 1. We'll see you inside and we get started tomorrow. So super excited for that journey. And tomorrow we'll be talking about how to get really clear on the vision that you have for your life. There's so much disconnect right now. I've been talking to so many people who feel really disconnected from their goals. In fact, before I get into this story and how it impacts you specifically, I want to tell you about one of my other clients who said, I went back to work and I'm feeling, when I asked her, how are you feeling in regards to your goals? And she said, I feel empty. It's like, ooh, that's an interesting choice of words, empty, right? What does that mean to you? And she said, I just don't feel connected to my goals right now. And this is a top performer, somebody who consistently achieves upper level bonuses at her job. She's incredible at it, right? And so money's not a motivator. And right now, so there's a lot of stuff coming up for people, right? You just spent 3, maybe even 4 months with your family. Some of you have gone back to work. Others of you are working at home. Some of you are working in your businesses. And it's a different climate. It's a different environment out there, isn't it? And so having to go back to work with all the new safety measures, we'll call them quote unquote safety measures, right? With the masks and the distancing. And, there's a lot of stuff that people who are in positions that have to interact with others are forced to undergo or forced to be a part of. If you're going to be there, you got to do this kind of scenario. And so that was bringing up a lot. And, I don't know about you, but if you're feeling empty when it comes to your goals, maybe you kind of know what they are, but there's not a real emotional attachment to that goal, then I'd encourage you to join us in the Create Your 1% Life Challenge, because tomorrow evening we're doing it will at least be 2-hour training live. I'm going live and I'm training on how to get clarity on your vision for not only the rest of 2020, but really for your future, your life, and what is stopping that vision that maybe you are soon to get connected to if you haven't yet already been? What's stopping that vision from really happening? What's stopping those goals? What's been preventing that from coming to fruition if you've had that vision for any length of time? So we're going to talk about all of that, and we're going to move all of those things aside, right? Like just brush them aside and help you to get clear on what specifically you need to do right now to begin to program that part of your mind that is the goal getter, your subconscious mind, to reprogram your mind to align with your conscious mind, that part of your mind that's the goal setter. So that's what we're talking about. Amongst so many other things tomorrow, we're going to be creating your perfect day, a life in a day in your life of being let me say that one more time, a day in your 1% life. Like, what does that look like and feel like for you? So that's going to be super fun. You can join us at the1percentlife.com, and the link's also in the bio or somewhere out here in the description. So rock stars, let's talk about this. This is a pretty cool day because I got confirmation from one of my mastermind members, Jamie, who said, I did it. Like, I put in my notice yesterday, and today was officially her last day at an almost 12-year career that literally she went from being a stay-at-home mom of 4 in a crazy economy in 2008, 2008 and 9, to having to go to work, right? Having to go to work, find work, and help pay the bills, help take the pressure off of her then husband. And so she found herself literally like, what do I do? How do I go into this new world of employment and figure out how to sell? And she was selling some very hard things to sell, which was timeshare sales. And she was selling timeshare, and she literally went, because there was a reason for her to perform. Her performance necessity was so high. Like, she had to perform, she had to sell, she had to make money for her family. She had to really, in many ways, save her family. And guess what she did? Not only did she do that, but that year she went on to be Rookie of the Year in a almost 4,000 person sales rep company, and Rookie of the Year, from a stay-at-home mom to Rookie of the Year, and went on to lead an incredible career. When I worked with her, she was always one of the top, right? We were competitors, and now she just happens to be one of my clients. She's incredible. But she put in her notice yesterday, and today was her last day. So how is it that somebody who makes hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, she's made millions and millions of dollars over the last 12 years. How is someone like that able to go from a stay-at-home mom to being the #1 rep of all the new people who started that year, and there were probably thousands, and earning all kinds of high awards and achievements, and then making that kind of money? Is kind of cool, right? Wouldn't you agree? And then stepping away like that in the middle of a crisis. How is it that she was able to do that? All of that. Well, it comes down to one thing. And that one thing that I believe is the most essential skill set right now, more than ever, of all times, recession, flourishing times. Now it's mission critical. And that skill is the ability to enroll or influence other people in your vision. And so here's what happened, what Jamie did over that, let's just take that first year, because her mission was so critical. It was a critical mission to make money, to save her family in many ways. I don't know all the details, but to help them, that she had to learn how to enroll people in why they should go out and take their families on vacations, and not only once, but every year for the rest of their lives, and spend thousands of dollars and sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars in a very short period of time. And she did it with passion, with heart, with love, and all of that. And now, in the middle of a crisis, when back's against the wall, and you're like, well, what do I do with my time? I'm not working. I have no idea when I'm going to go back. She decided to enter into another business venture. And this company that she's a part of, she didn't know what she was doing, but it was mission critical, right? It's like, ooh, I really like this. And there's a need to perform, right? When you're used to bringing in a lot of money every single month, your bills also go up. Wouldn't you agree? And so there's a mission to perform. 4 months of not doing that, that can really impact you, right? And so not only does she perform, but she now has, gosh, what was she just told me today? Almost 60 people on her team within 60 days-ish, 60 days, over 60 people on her team. That's incredible. And she's went through all these ranks. But here's the thing I want you to know. She's still left with no certainty, okay? There's no certainty that she's going to thrive in this business like she thrived in her timeshare sales profession. There's zero certainty of that. If you look at, how many businesses fail, how many entrepreneurs fail, the percentage of people who actually excel in a network marketing company is like slim to none. I mean, there are some, but I don't even know if you can say 3%. I think it's like 1% or point something percent. It's really freaking low. So what, with 4 kids, what would make her do that? Because Jamie knows that she has mastered the ability to enroll. And when you can enroll 60, let's just call it 60. I know it's almost 60. 50 something people into a vision of being an affiliate for you, for going out and to go out and be your sales soldiers. And they're passionate about the product too. And they're sold on the mission, and she leads them every single day. You have to know how to sell. See, sales is not just, some of you think that sales is a bad thing. Sales is necessary. In fact, when I have kids someday, the first thing that little one's going to learn how to do, amongst walking and, some of the basics, probably, taking care of itself. Oh, wait, they don't take care of themselves. The basics, whatever the babies and kids do. The first thing as he or she gets older is learn how to sell. Sell me on why you think you need this toy. Sell me on why you think you should go stay at your friend's house. Sell me. And, hopefully there's somebody else involved in that process. My partner is probably listening to me going, oh yeah, she's doing this all alone. Sell me on why you want this for you. Those of you watching me live are like, oh, she's totally red right now. Totally. So that is so essential. How many of you are being sold constantly? You're being sold by your significant others. You're being sold by your kids. You're being sold by your employers, your bosses who say, no, you can't take that vacation. Do you know how many clients I have to coach on how to sell their bosses on simply taking 3 days off? Are you kidding me? This is how you do it. You don't ask, you tell. And here's how you do it. And it's all about the human, knowing psychology, human psychology, when to do it, how to frame it, and position it. This art of enrolling, the art of influence, is essential because you're always selling somebody on something. And if you're not, you're always being sold. And you will never go out there and create the life of your dreams. You will never go out there and achieve the goals that you set for yourself. You will never go out there and free yourself and create the 1% life that you deserve. Influence is mission critical right now. Learning how to create influence, and I like to call it enroll. Enroll people into your mission, enroll them into your vision, enroll them into why your product and why you. See, whether you're a coach, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you are a sales professional, or anything that you do, you have a mission. There's a purpose behind it. You may lead a team. You may have people who depend on you or who you depend on. And if you depend on them, well, you need to be able to sell them on if you want to take things in a different direction, right? If you don't agree with where they're at, or if your team members need to take action, you have to enroll them on why they need to do something the way you need them to do it. This is critical. And it comes down to a couple things, well, several things, one of which is language, the language you use and how you lead. And that's verbal and nonverbals, right? There's language is not just words specifically. In fact, more of communication is not words than it is words. And we talk about that inside the challenge on, I think it's day 9. But there's so much to creating influence. And the first thing is to decide that you might not be so good at it and that it's important for you to learn how. So Rockstar, I want to invite you to not only learn how to create influence and enroll people in your mission and your vision, but how to enroll yourself in that mission and vision, how to sell yourself on why you deserve that 1% life after you get clear on what the heck that 1% life looks like for you. See, my version of my 1% life is not yours or the next person's. And it might not even be the same for you and your significant other because you haven't sold each other on one another's mission or vision. You've got to be able to enroll. So I want to invite you to learn how to do that and how to master the other part of achieving success and creating the life of your dreams. And that's habits. The habits that you have now are a result of the habits that you had yesterday are creating the life that you are living today. And the habits that you create today in your relationships, the habits in your health, habits in your career, your finances, those are creating your reality for tomorrow. So if you don't master those habits and change them now, you're never going to create the reality and the outcomes that you desire. Your world that you desire is, I promise you, it has a whole different set of habits than the ones that you currently have. So you got to learn how to master your mind because habits are formed at the unconscious level, not consciously. You can't do your way to the top. You have to become your way to the top. You have to be the person who does the thing, who then has the outcomes you desire. So if you want to learn how to do habits, and how to become your habits so that your life changes today and learn how to create impact and influence and reprogram. This is the third pillar. It's your subconscious mind. And we teach this every single day. There's a new neurohacking gem I'm going to give you and teach you how to master to become a top achiever or to break through to that next level of success. So Rockstar, join us. We start tomorrow. We'd love to have you if you're ready and you know you are meant for more. Just go to the1%life.com. That's the number 1%life.com. And once you get in, we have a special, incredible bonus offer for you as well. And so that you can bring your friends and your family on board. It's for less than a couple cups of coffee to even get started. So absolutely crazy. We want to help you. So many people need the tools right now to just navigate through these uncertain times. And it's not about surviving. And I know that you listen to the show because you want more. And I'm going to show you how to thrive through these times so that you can feel happy and confident and certain and fulfilled that you are navigating through it stronger than most people could even dream of, and that you'll come out of it even stronger than you went in. So Rockstar, join us. We'll see you tomorrow. The link's in the bio, the description, the somewhere, and check it out. And we'll see you inside. Get out there, change some lives today, and be unstoppable. Peace.